Hi, it's Curtis from STEM Recording, and today we're going to do an unboxing of a new product. But honestly, I got so excited while my video guy was on the way here that I unboxed it already. Sorry. But this thing is fantastic. This is the Yamaha EAD 10 drum trigger and acoustic drum module. I can explain quickly what this best used for, which is miking your drum kit basically in a situation where it wouldn't normally be, and having headphones or in-ear monitoring abilities without having a sound guy and a fully mic'd drum kit. This is fantastic. Game changer for a guy like me. So normally I will have a sound guy mic my kit and give me a mix in my in-ears and everything's great. But there are venues I play that don't have a sound man, don't have microphones, they have a vocals only PA, and so I'm left to my own devices. And what I'll often do is I keep a Beta 91 boundary mic in my kick drum. I always keep a couple of Sennheiser 604 clip-on mics, and I run into a little mixer. I'll split the bass signal, I'll run a little 609 Sennheiser mic over the top of the guitar amp, and then I'll split the vocal bass, run to my little mixer. It's kind of complicated. It's a bit cumbersome, especially in a situation where you're playing after another band or in between bands. It can be a lot of extra setup in addition to setting up my drums. This is completely different. This is a module that clips onto your bass drum. This is the only setup required. This is the trigger and the two microphones. You run two cables out of this. You just slide it onto your kick drum, right on the top. Screw it down. Those two little cords plug into the top of this. You plug it in. Plug in your headphones. Your entire kit is mic'd. Not only is your entire kit mic'd, but anything in the vicinity is mic'd. So with my phones on, I can still talk to the fellas. I can still hear the bass rig. I can still hear the guitar rig. Everything's handled from right here. It's rather amazing. And just in the event that it's not, let's say I'm playing an acoustic gig with, I play with an artist called Stephen Ashbrook, and he's an acoustic performer. So what I would do is have the PA, which has his acoustic guitar and his vocal. This has an aux input. I would just come out of the mixer, an aux of the mixer, into my aux input, and I have guitar and vocal, still have bass and drums. It's fantastic. The amount of time it saves setting up is immeasurable. At least 20 minutes to a half an hour that I don't have to worry about. Also, in a rehearsal setting, one of my bandmates has a big garage that we rehearse in when we want to get out of the studio. It's horrible sounding in there. It's all brick. It's gigantic. It's boomy. It just sounds terrible in there. This will change all of that for me. I can just attach my sensor, plug it in, we're ready to go. Fantastic. So in addition to the ease of setup, what was really rather pleasant was the sound. So it allows you can adjust both your trigger sensitivity, volume, but also it has different drum sets, different drum sounds. So we'll go through a few of the presets they have, and you can dial in some presets of your own. So right now, we're going to give you a little sample. This is scene 1, and it's called Arena, and it's just basically a Verbi drum kit. But listen to how this sounds. See what I mean? That's one sound. It has 50 presets. Another great feature is you can input, like I said, it has that auxiliary input. So let's say you want to do a drum cover video. You input your MP3 player or whatever your source is. You dial in the drum sound you want. You record. It records in the box. It has its own recorder. It records the input, which is your MP3 player, and the drums. And then you just sync it up with your video, and there's your drum video. You don't have to run Pro Tools. You don't have to set up a bunch of mic pre's. You don't have to do any of that. It's remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. It has a metronome, so a built-in metronome. If you want to practice and you want to practice playing to a metronome, it's got a metronome built in. It's just a really, really well thought out piece of gear that has a lot of options, I'm sure, that I haven't even discovered yet. I just got it out of the box, so I'm exploring it as we speak. But in the meantime, I'm going to go through a couple of the settings and let you see what's in here. So that gives you an idea of some of the presets that are in it. You can design your own. You can go in here and adjust the parameters. So you can adjust the decay and the depth of the verb as well. So yeah, I'm still playing around with this. This is a really, really, really neat piece of gear. I'm thrilled with it. And the Yamaha EAD 10, I highly recommend it. It also comes with an extra snare trigger. It's another thing. You can actually, it has inputs for 2 other triggers and an input for a snare trigger. So you can basically put, if you had electronic pads, you could use this without the sensor. You can use the drum module and play pads through the module. It's really an amazing piece of gear. I gotta hand it to Yamaha. So after playing with this for a little while, it's nothing but, if the pros and cons, the pros outweigh the cons dramatically. If there's one con, I would say, because of where it mounts, your ride cymbal can be a little dominant. 2 solutions. Either go Nico McBrain and tilt that thing. I'm not comfortable like that. I like it flat. So put a little tape under your ride cymbal and it won't be quite so, it won't dominate that microphone quite as much. And I use big sticks and I always hit the bell with the side of my stick, and I'm kind of ham-fisted when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I have to lighten up a little bit. But other than that, this is, I am so thrilled with this piece of gear. It's amazing. And I want to add, this is not a paid endorsement by any stretch. This is something I paid my own money for, and just am rather excited and thrilled with my purchase. So if you guys have any questions, in the links below, I'll answer any questions you have, and thanks for listening. Hi, thanks for stopping by. If you like our content, please hit the like and the subscribe button. If you have any comments, leave them below. Thank you.